So MS Excel is a data processing and data mining software. So in MS Excel, so we can do a different type of calculations, such as we can do statistical calculations, we can do simple arithmetical calculations, we can do advanced data mining process, and we can also you can use this MS Excel as one of the data warehouse process softwares also. So in MS Excel we have many features and functions. The first function, very simple function, is sum function. The sum function, which is very easy to use, add all your value. For example, this is the Excel workspace. In Excel workspace, you can see this is the menus and ribbon, and this is the name box, and this is the formula bar, and this is the column, and this is row. And here you can see how many sheets available in your workbook. So you can also add as many as you want the sheet. And this is the status bar, the status of what you are doing, and what is your how many sheet available, rows, and the sum range and other result you can see in status bar. And this is the different way you can view your Excel sheet. Okay, so now I'm going to show a simple example how to handle a simple process in MS Excel. So example, I have a group of data. So I have a collection of data. So I have the data like that. So very simple process in MS Excel. So you can do. So in Excel, so we have 3 different type of data available in a cell. For example, this is 56. What is this 56? The 56 is the value. So the value and label and formula. There are 3 different type of data available in Excel sheet. So suppose when I write 56 plus 42, so this is formula. The formula always start with the equal sign. So once you enter, you can see the result of the formula. So if you want to edit the cell, you can press F2, you can edit the cell, and you can add value or remove value. So you can see the result. So in formula bar, you can see the formula, what you have entered already. In cell, you can see only the result. So another one is label. For example, you can set label for here, this is age. So this is a label you can set for your data set. So in Excel, we can enter, we can add 3 different data. One is formula, value, and label. So in value, you can see there is a format. You can also bring quick format menu by pressing Ctrl 1. When you press Ctrl 1, you will get the format menu. In format menu, you can see the value data type. Okay, the value data type. So there are different type of data we have. We have general format, we have text format, we have currency format, we have accounting format, and date format, time format, percentage, and scientific, fraction, special, custom. So these are all the categories are available for your data. For example, when I say number, I can see the decimal place, the number of places. I can say 3 or 4. That is depends upon your need. So you can format the sheet anytime if you wish. You can select the cells and you can press Ctrl 1, or you can go here and you can format the sheet as you want. Okay, so you can select this numbers and whatever you want you can select here. Okay, good. So now I'm going to show predefined functions in Excel. So when you go formula, so you can see there are many functions, predefined functions available. So you can see there is recently used and auto sum functions are available, and most frequent using commands functions also available. So example, now let me, okay, now I'm going to add this value. So if you want to add this value, you can use this sum functions, and you can say the address of the data. For example, how do you know the address? Address is very simple. Okay, so here you can see this is the place for your data set. So you can add all these values. So your data set starts here. So start A2 end A7. So you can enter A2 colon A7. So this collection we called it known as range. So in Excel you can pass range, or you can pass individual cells also, but do not enter any constant value. If you enter constant value, you cannot calculate directly. So you can you can see this is your result. So what is the result? You can see the result here. So this is sum. So you can also write in a different way. So you can write sum. You can say A2 comma B2 comma C2 comma D2 comma, so sorry A3 comma A4 comma A5 comma A6 A7 A8. So you can also pass like that. You will get a different answer. So because A8 I included, so you can remove that A8. So this is the same answer, you will get it. So you can write functions. You can pass individual argument or the range also you can pass. This is depends upon your data. So you can pass this range like that. So suppose I would like to pass it, I can say comma. So I can say B2 comma B3 comma B4. So so that is also is possible here. So you may not get the answer right when I enter the value here. So you will get more add value. So you can pass a single argument or the group of value also you can pass by some functions. So sum function is most effective functions in Excel. So you can add value. You can add a group of value and add individual value. That is depends upon your argument. Okay. So and we can also find the average. So average also very similar function. So average, I can say A2 colon A7. So I can find average for this data set. For example, this average is 50.33. This is my average for this data set. So you can also find the average, and you can also find the maximum value for the data set. For example, I can say max of A2 colon A7, highest age. So 121 is highest age. And what is the minimum age? I can say min functions. You can find the minimum lowest value from the data set. The 12 is the lowest value, 12 age is the lowest value. So you can also use this function, statistical functions. So one of the function is max functions, another one is min functions, to find out the minimum value, the lowest value. So anything you can find it out in an easy way in MS Excel. So another advantage is if you use a formula in a particular cell, you can drag up to as you want. So you can drag this result so up to all the columns, and you can drag like that. So it works very similar. So when you add data here, So automatically you can see the result. The result you can see immediately the result are reflected in the sheet. So it's very easy for big data sets. Very easily you can do the calculation in MS Excel. So in MS Excel, first you have to arrange your data in a systematic order. So once you arrange it, so you can use this simple function, sum functions, average functions, a max function and min functions. These functions you can use to find it out a simple result such as total, average, highest and lowest value in Excel. And also I will tell you the another important functions in MS Excel is vertical lookup. So the vertical lookup is very simple functions, but it's also is one of the advanced functions. So lookup functions enables you to look up value from worksheet range. So Microsoft Excel allows you to perform both vertical lookups and horizontal lookups. So in vertical lookup, the lookup operation start in first column of the worksheet range. In horizontal lookup, the operation start in first row of the worksheet range, because the majority of the formula using lookup function involve vertical lookup. So in many cases, many situations, right? So we may prefer to use vertical lookup. So very occasionally we use horizontal lookup. So what is the syntax for the vertical lookup? I can show the vertical lookup syntax. So first we can say the vertical lookup formula, we can say Vlookup is the formula. So first we open these functions, and first is a lookup value, that is your value. So which value you want to look up in the first column of the table range. So for example, you have a age, you want to locate it, so the first column will be the age. So this is the value you want to look up. The second table range is a range that contains the entire lookup table. The table range includes the first column, in which we try to match lookup value, and any other column in which will you look up formula result. So you may have 2 column, 3 column, 4 column, that is depends upon your table range. Column is the column number in the table range from which the value of the lookup is obtained. That is another value is there to obtain. And next one is range lookup is an optional argument. The point of range lookup is allowed to you specify an exact or approximate match. The range is argument true or omitted. The first column of the table range must be in ascending numerical order. If the range lookup argument is true omitted, the exact match to lookup value is found in the first column of the table range. So very simple. I can show how to use this VLOOKUP for our cases. For example, let's say income tax. So as you are aware, the income tax is very important one for every individual. So your income and tax slab that is tax rate. For example, your income is let's say my income 0 to 2,50,000. What is the tax? 0. So when is your income is 2,51,000 to 5 lakhs, there is 2,50,000 1 to 5 lakhs. It is 5% tax. So that is another conditions. We have 5 lakhs 1 to 10 lakhs. That is 20% of tax rate. So 10 lakhs 1 and above, you can say 30% of taxes. This is the government income tax How do you look at, for example, here I have an income of the salary. For example, I have an employee and I have salary of the employee, it is gross salary. So I have a sample data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a random salary for each employee 34,000, 12,000, 23,000, 4,500, 9,000, 3,450. So these are all my employee salaries. So I want to find the tax amount. How to find the tax amount? So this is your data set. How do you find tax amount? So it is very confusing the people how to find the tax amount, because there is a slab. So first you have to create a data set. So how to create a data set? This data does not help you, so you may make it like that. So for example, 0, the 0 will be the 0 tax, and 2,50,001 will be the 5% income tax, and 5,01 is 20% tax, and 10 lakhs 1 is 30% tax. So this is the first, you have to create a table. So now this is your table, so you have to name the table. How to name the table? Very simple. You can select the entire table and look at the name box and assign this one as a tax. The table name is tax. It's very simple. The table name is tax. So now I can going to show how to find the tax amount. So tax amount, tax rate. How to find the tax rate? So very simple. So you can write this function Vlookup, which is your lookup value, that is your salary. So the salary is multiplied by 12. So I can use this extra all the parameters, no extra bracket, and I can multiply by 12. I can find the annual income of the employee. And what is the table? Where do you want to look up? The tax table. And I have 2 columns. So the rates available in second column. So column number 2, and I want to look up 2 approximate matches value. So now you can enter. So automatically you will get an answer for the income. So it's very simple. These are all the 0 because their income very low. So when I change the value as example 90,000 or something, so it won't get, so 39,000, so automatically it's going there, and 75,000, so it's automatically is updated here. So this is your master table. So your salary is multiplied by 12. So that value we are going to look up in first column of this table. Once the value is matched, it takes the corresponding rate. Okay, so automatically it takes the corresponding date. So you will get an answer. So Vlookup is very simple way you look up the value. Okay, I will give you another example for Vlookup. So that is another one. I have a product here, product name. So I have a product name, product ID. I have a price. So product ID example, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a price 34, 23, 56, 12 and 78. So now I would like to know the product price. For example, I have a product ID here and I want to know the rate. So when I enter the value 101 or 2 or 3, I want to see the appropriate rate for the product. So what to do first, you have to select the table and and you can say price, anything, any name you want. And here you can say Vlookup. Okay, Vlookup. So lookup value is your H13. The price is the table, second column, and here you don't select true, you can say false, because exact, so unique, so exact, so not applicable. Maybe there is a problem is when you enter 3, you will get an answer. So this is a way you can locate the price of the product. So if you have a price master table, you have a transaction table, it's very simple to you locate in Excel with the help of the vertical lookup function. So VLOOKUP is very important one lookup functions in Excel. So you can look up your value from any table, any data set, or anywhere with the help of these simple functions.